TitleMatchNetwork.com.
We got the WCW.
Damn right.
When we got the WCW, we came back from the ring the first couple of times and looking at each other going, oh, we almost had him.
Oh, man. Then we look around and be like, oh, they don't even care.
We come back, they go, great, hey, you're great, guys, great. And we're going, oh my God.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, like, no, it wasn't great. Like, it could have been.
I remember a couple times we went, man, wow, we almost had him, Kev. We almost had him.
I remember that one time we were there and they fucked their music up in Tupelo. And the agent that was on there that night said, fuck guys, I said, I'm not going out without our music. I said, I'm not going to go out. And they were like, looking at me like I was a prima donna.
Free bird stuff.
Yeah, I said, I'm not going to go out. I said, it's part of, I said, this is an act. I said, the first part of that's the intro. I said, I'm not going out. And the guy looked at me and said, well, it's just fucking Tupelo. I said,
you know what guy that was?
What was that?
Guy paints his face. I gave him that scary man gimmick.
Oh,
just Tupelo. Remember that? I said,
I said, but just fucking Tupelo. And obviously, we don't need to be here. If it's just a town that doesn't matter, then why are we on the road? Because I can be home. And then, that became like our battle cry. After that, it was just like, if it don't matter, tell us because we need to know ahead of time. It doesn't matter. And we stuck it up their ass every chance we got there.
Oh no.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, this place sucks. Oh my God.
You think Bischoff was ever in over his head at any time?
The thing with Bischoff was, he would. If you know the true story about that whole situation, that he was given WCW Nitro live under the guise from the higher ups that the fucking thing would fail miserably and they could finally get rid of wrestling, and it took off. And see, he never had the support of that company. I always looked at the hierarchy of TBS and thought, here's these fucking morons that, they're paying they're saying, well, they got a $40 million payroll at WCW. Well, the Braves have a $68 million payroll, and they're doing a 0.7 on their baseball games. We're giving you at that point, we're giving them 5 hours of live television a week.
And the Saturday show.
And the Saturdays and all that. Well, actually, the Thunder wasn't live, but we were giving them, I think, 7 hours of totally original broadcasting. And I think the least it was doing was like a 2.5, and there wasn't anything on their fucking radar that was anywhere near that. This is way before Closer, any of the other shit was on the show. So just like, I said, I remember one time I was talking to Brad Siegel. We were somewhere and they'd just done some like Holocaust type movie type deal. And they spent $70 million to make it and market it. Maybe not that much, maybe it was $40 million to make the movie and market it. And they showed it and it did like a 1.1. And I just sat there, I looked at him, I said, I said, you're gonna play that how many times? I said, as an executive, it's better for you to be able to go to the Cable Ace Awards and say, oh, did you get a chance to see our great film? Than it is to go, fuck, we got the #1 cable show in America, which we were at the time. So to me, I looked at that, and Eric was against that on a daily basis. When I started helping Eric somewhat creatively, it became so apparent that like, fuck, he's an island, he's just out there by himself, and they want him to fail. So it was a fucked up situation. And if you ever been to Vince's office and were at the WCW office in their heyday, fucking the production office at WWE kills that thing.
We used to say that, WCW was a television company that produced wrestling, and Vince is a wrestling company that produces a television show. But I remember we used to say, the first time you drive down the highway in Stamford, you see Vince's office from the highway, you go, wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, I work for that company.
It'll always be Titan Tower to me. That's just what it was.
But then I remember the first time we went in that CNN center, like, woo, it's a little bit different here, baby.
Yeah, it's different, but at the same time, you go up there, and there's not a fucking soul in the office that has a clue.
Who did you guys like working with the most when you guys were together as a team?
I thought we did the best we could with everybody. We started off with Harlem Heat, right?
Yeah.
We did some pretty sweet stuff with them.
Yeah,
I always remember.
I like working with Booker and Steve.
I remember the
Steiners.
I remember the spit spot in Las Vegas at Halloween Havoc. I did some early. I started with Booker, did some bing 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 stuff with Book. Stevie came in. I let Stevie toss me around. Went like this. Spit on him. Stevie Ray's a big, proud black man, and you don't spit on him even when you're working. And I knew I was going to do it, but I didn't want to tell him because he might say no, and then I'd have to do it, and I'd get beat up when I get back to the locker room. So I did it, and he went, and people went, whoa, and he looked at me, and then I just went. Just like this, don't even look back, just tag Kev, and it worked so sweet. And to Stevie's credit, after Kev put him over, Kev bing, he binged Kev down, bing, 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 he turned around to me and went, spit on me when I was on the outside. I came in, I tripped on the rope, did the flare bump. And I enjoyed working with them. Steiners were great.
Giant and Luger were
Giant and Luger. We got good matches with Giant and Luger. We just did our shtick, bear claw.
I mean, it was a pretty. Everybody kind of did their part. I mean, it was that main event style. It wasn't like we were, Chinese fire drilling it out there. It's pretty just.
I remember what was funny when we'd go to some towns and people go, "Well, you guys, good guys or bad guys?" Depends on who we're wrestling, Depends on how over the other guys are.
My always thing was, making the comeback to the baby face and giving it to the heel. It's just simple as that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'll put you in some kind of a hold right now. I'm getting feeling.
Not that neck fight.
Yeah, I might put you in that fight. I might do it. I might put you in a Yoko nerve hold for the next hour.
I guess in closing, is there anything you want to say to your fans out there that you never had a chance to say before?
Thanks for going to be in Little Rock. Going to be in Little Rock. Of course, by the time you see this, we'll already have been there and kicked somebody's ass. Going to San Francisco.
Outsiders back on the road, baby.
Outsiders on tour, baby. Old school outlaws on the road. We're going to start whoring ourselves out and make every little indie show out there. So if you see the Outsiders coming to your town, fire rinks that down.
It's fucking going to be us, too. We're showing up.
We're going to be there.
He'll be sober. I can't promise you that. I'm not on a good boy contract.
I take interviews before I go to towns now. Every time I get on the plane to go to Puerto Rico, I take interviews.
It's good for you, man.
Yeah, it is, because they're waiting for me to explode. Now they dig me. I did 2 jobs last week because of a non-title match and tag match.
Gee, one of the greatest guys.
I said
I said you're TV. Why wouldn't he?
I said you got to beat me. Like they wanted me to do DQ or something. I said no, man, it's non-title. I said he's got to beat me. I'm their champion. So he's got to beat me. Then we're in a tag the next night. So now they know. Wow, he volunteered to do a job. Then he went, "Oh, would you mind putting my cousin over?" I went, the guy I put over last night. No, I have no problem. This time, tonight, we're doing his finish. Like last time, I went for my finish.
See, but that, like you said earlier, though, that completely takes all the ammunition on them because it's just like, if they want to fuck with you, they go, we'll make him job. It's like, that doesn't have any effect on you. No. So when you take, and I always thought that was the whole thing. I think that the guys hated us because we were never marks.
TitleMatchNetwork.com